Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Wildest with Custom Offsets. Today with me is Rainey, and what we're going to be doing is going over some of the big wild builds on Instagram.
We got a good lineup.
Yeah, pretty good lineup in today's video. But really quick, before we hop into that, wheels, tires, suspension, accessories, customoffsets.com. We're also doing a giveaway. Pick up one of these t-shirts or hoodies as well, and get yourself a chance to win a full bill giveaway. McGoy suspension, X wheels, and AMP tires. Let's hop to it. All right, so first up, we got Sandra from the Drop Shop.
From the Drop Shop.
It always
feels like you're gonna slur your words when you say their company.
I know, that's why I almost slipped up right there. So what's funny about this one is there's actually two trucks we're gonna review in this one. So you got her OG.
Priceless.
Yep.
Beautiful truck. We've seen it in person at LTN. Everything looks chrome on the truck, but it's I believe it's a translucent pink. So all the suspension, the windows on the wheels are all pink. You can't mistake this truck for anyone else's. I mean, the thing's just disgustingly clean. Sandra and Fernando and all of them did an amazing job building that. Yeah,
this thing is insane. I really dig the priceless grille. Just a little chrome accents in there. Like you said, it's like the chrome and pink are really blending together, which looks super sick in the grille. And then obviously the suspension you can't miss. Just overall beautiful. I personally have not seen this truck in person, but I know you have. Yeah,
it's an insane build. I mean, if you know the Drop Shop, they don't turn out. It's A1.
Yeah.
And for building a truck for his wife, it's everything. It's literally priceless.
Little video right here. Yeah, that thing's rowdy. It's so huge. And just so clean.
And if I recall correctly, this is on Sword off-road shocks and everything, which I believe are hydraulic adjustable. But yeah, this thing just insanely beautiful with all the face plates and the gusseting and everything. It works.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people I know Banker's looking at adding some track bars, and he's going with something similar where you got like the color and the chrome plating and everything else, and she's got the same thing right here, and it just really ties in with everything. But she's got something new.
Yes, she does. F450 dually.
Look at that thing. That is a unit.
Yeah. I mean, blacked out everything with like the milled accents and a little bit of chrome left over. I mean, it's like the perfect blacked out truck where it's not like just solid black blob. Like it's got the right amount of chrome to it, the right amount of the milling on the wheels, and it's no slouch in size either. The thing's huge.
Yeah, those wheels are rowdy.
Big floating center caps, like not as crazy as the older one, but still, I mean, it's A1 just like that one.
And who knows, maybe down the line, she's probably just getting into this thing, whether it's their tow rig or daily driver currently or whatever, I'm sure it'll get swapped out, and depending on how much she really loved how high this new one or the old one was, maybe she does go crazy. But I mean, a 450 is just,
yeah, it's a big truck,
a unit. All right, well, that's gonna lead us into the next one, which is also pretty unique because this is actually her husband's.
Yep. Yeah, which I'm a huge fan of. I talked to Fernando at LTN in 2019, and everyone gets weird about this truck because the front end swap. I talked to Fernando and he said that he jumped the gun on the front end swap and didn't think that they would do like a facelift like they do for like Fords do it. They have a different face for the 2500s and 3500s. Now he has a 1500 front end, an early model 1500 front end on his 2500, which is dope. I mean, it's unique, it's different, it's one off, and he said it was a boatload of work for it to actually work.
Yeah, huge 28x16s. They got the Drop Shop on the floating center caps. They have it on the lip of the wheel. Huge spikes. The color is insane on this.
Yep.
The 4 reservoir, dually.
Huge air ride lift kit on it as well. I mean, Frenched in, LED light bar on the tailgate. Not super common.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he jumps into that.
20-inch lift.
Up to on air ride, which
Yeah.
is insane. I mean, like, you're trying to keep everything aligned properly. Like,
Yeah.
that's a lot of work, and they crushed it. This thing's got a bunch of chrome plating on it and polish, and
All the polished like bars and everything, and then the tie with, because it's almost got like a olive brown paint job. So to also see, yeah, you can see right there, it's like a green to olive to brown, depending on how the sun hits.
yep.
But then to see that same like brown metallic in the suspension is super killer.
The cool part too is like these two trucks. Well, the three trucks that they have, they're cool on the outside, but the interior is just as mental. I mean, he should show it. The back of the cab is cut out into the bed, and they have a huge sub enclosure that goes all the way. It's a blow through into the cab. Huge Tesla dash.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's just,
Speakers galore.
yeah, they got 10s in the door like it's nothing.
Yeah.
And then the rear is where it gets crazy. I mean, you know, 10s and horns in the doors, but they have 18s in the bed that blow through to the cab.
Oh my gosh, look at that thing.
And I believe that did get updated again. It's just, the drop shop doesn't mess around when they build like
iPad dash.
showstoppers. Like that's a lot of work. Like a lot of work.
Yeah.
That's goals.
And not only are they putting out this quality of work for,
And it's
you know,
clean.
customers and stuff, but to have 3 of this quality in your own fleet.
And yeah.
Yeah.
Fernando drives this quite frequently, if I recall correctly. I mean, most people don't, but you know, that's how Midwest Texas does it.
Yeah, they don't play around. I definitely would drive the heck out of this thing.
Absolutely. It's beautiful.
All right, next up, we
Little
got
boy
Justin.
from Michigan. Arguably one of the cleanest fourth gens north of like being in the Salt Belt. And, well, I think the last time I talked to Justin, he had like 40,000 miles on it. Like, it's stupid low. It's a dumb clean truck.
Yeah,
I don't think it ever leaves his garage unless he's actually washing it, which he does weekly. If you watch his Snapchats, it's kind of gross because he never does drive it. But I don't blame him. I mean, the amount of, you know, the cherry red powder coat and everything. I mean, keep it nice and clean.
and honestly, like, at least for me, like everyone knows, I talk about it all the time in videos how like red for me is just, it has to be done right. And seeing all these trucks do this like illusion or this like cherry red is like the right, because it is like a red chrome, but it's done super right, and it honestly pops.
And having the wheels tied into it too, like sometimes it's too much. Like,
Yeah.
if you're like if I were to do illusion purple wheels, my truck would be too much.
Yeah,
But this with like the amount of like it got a little bit of translucent to it. It actually plays out really well. It
Yeah.
just keeps everything from like the wheel wells and underneath the cab down red. Looks really good.
yeah, because like I think like, at least for me, like my first or my favorite rendition of CO2 with that white paint was when we had like the red axes on it.
Yeah.
Like red and white pop so well.
White with any color does, and I agree. Like when the truck had the red wheels on it, was probably my favorite rendition of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this thing's just immaculate beyond belief. Justin's put a lot of work into this and time keeping it clean. I mean, you could eat off the axles. You probably eat off the brake rotors as well.
Here's a nice Instagram video. Get a look at all the suspension.
Yeah, there's just something about like a candy red powder coat
Yeah.
job that just really sends it home.
I think everything's done right except for the shocks, obviously.
Yeah.
Because yeah,
Which, you know, you can't powder coat shocks.
Right.
If you can, you're a genius.
and polished exhaust, polished pretty much everything.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite trucks to follow. Now I
Yeah.
just need to get him to drive it more.
To Wisconsin.
Let's make it happen.
All right, next up, Jeffrey Cagle.
My name is Jeff.
If you guys don't know who Jeffrey Cagle is,
You've been sleeping.
Yeah, he's the man with the what, 32 or 34 inch.
I don't know.
It's in the 30s.
Too much.
I'm pretty sure it's 32 or 34. But yeah, this thing is absolutely massive. He's sitting on 30s and 42s.
Making them look small.
And they look tiny. I mean, look at this. He pulled up at Black's Tire and Auto, and he's almost to the rooftop.
Yeah. Like those doors and windows are 7 foot tall.
Yeah,
That's a big truck.
yeah, this thing's massive.
I'm into a big truck. I just think this is too much.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know, man. Like, that's just a lot of truck. Granted, I did see him and JT swaying rolling around, and I'm like, this thing, looks sketchy on the highway. I'm sure it's fine, but like, you got 8,000 pounds of 4 feet above your axles.
This kind of puts things into perspective too with him sitting next to Omar.
Yeah.
But I think that's the big thing is, it's super impressive to be this tall.
Yeah.
Does it look weird? Yeah. But I mean, how much bigger can you go? You know, you already have the biggest wheels. You already have the big tires.
Unless you go to like the big military tires.
Yeah.
Which, you know, like, or boggers, if they even come in a 30, I don't even know. But I wouldn't want to run military tires on a 30. I mean, they already ride like shit. They're only going to get worse.
Yeah. Yeah, this cruising down the highway is
it
something.
Looks Photoshopped.
Yeah. I think what's different is he doesn't have like all the crazy like fabricated.
Like the 4 links and everything.
Yeah.
Even the center, like the truss bracket is not over the top. And I think like with a truck this big, if you were to go with like a more elaborate 4-link truss and more elaborate 4 links to like fill out the gaps and put a bigger like axle trusses on it, it'd probably help beef out underneath the truck and not look so empty.
Yeah.
But it's still, it's a really well done truck. It's funnier than to watch people try and get in and out of it, arguably out more so than in.
Yeah.
Because you always feel like when you get out of a really tall truck, you always feel like you're gonna face plant coming out of it.
Even this right here.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh.
I mean, his feet are on top of that dude's head almost.
Yeah. That guy's head is at like the bottom of his truck. It's insane.
9 feet 6 inches. That's rowdy.
Yeah.
I thought my truck was tall.
Yeah.
Nope.
Same.
Apparently not.
And I don't even know. Oh no, I did see a video where he does have steps.
Yeah.
Because like that's the thing is I couldn't even, because they tuck pretty well, especially in this photo, you can't even see them. But that was the big thing is imagine like not having that. You'd have to go tire to cab.
If you've ever gone to a show and seen low pro photography, he can jump in almost any truck or truck bed. He did not make it into this one.
Yeah. This thing is.
That's just how big it is, and it's one of those. It's cool to see like breaking the mold of how big you can go and just running with it and having a good time.
And that's another cool part too is like it literally like damn near broke the internet. Like just how insane that it is. And when you're at this point, like even if you take SEMA for example, you know, unless you're on any level and you're on the 30s and you're on the 42s, you're nothing really, you know.
Yeah, I mean when you come to like the big show trucks, I mean, you have to do something to stand out. I mean, you know, a white illusion purple, white, red, you know, all black truck, it's common.
Yeah.
Big tall trucks common, like Omar's. You do something like this, yeah, you're gonna get a lot of attention out of it. And he did, and surprisingly, like, it's all pretty good attention. Like, no one's like had anything bad to say.
No.
Which is impressive because I mean, like, that is a huge truck.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an optical illusion. Like I thought my truck was, but this thing just, every photo you see, like, man, that's photoshopped.
Yeah, literally, you scroll down this thing,
photoshopped.
everything's just like, what? That's crazy.
It is cool though.
Well, we got a bonus one, right?
Type it in the search bar, yeah. It's my boy Pat Peasy.
Pat Peasy 22.
Oh, the man with a plan for a beautiful, crispy truck. It's a 2020 Ram, I believe it's 2500, but it's not like a crazy over-the-top build for like, you know, like height and everything.
Yeah.
But he's running the 30-inch extreme mutters, you know, custom everything. Like, I don't think there's a factory bolt in this truck anymore. I don't know. Like
dope.
I seen that front end shot and I was like, that thing's icy. Like,
Yeah.
Like the SubZero name really fits because it is like crispy clean. And yeah, it's for sale if I recall correctly. So if you're looking for like a really nice truck.
And already done.
Yeah.
You know, ready to hit the shows. Yeah, it is super crazy. I really dig white and blue too. It's another good combo.
Yeah, like the white, the blue, and the chrome, like actually works really well and gives it like a SubZero look.
Yeah.
But it's so over the top clean. And I think that's what like does it for me is like having a truck that's like stupid clean and just enjoying it, which I believe they do.
And it goes back to like I said, you know, like the color on the track bars and the 4 links and just really spacing out. That's one thing that I've noticed over this video, you know, other than Jeffrey Kegel's, you know, all these guys that have all this fabrication done, they do all the coloring just right.
Yeah.
And they really space it out and everything just looks so clean. Nothing's done too much. Nothing's done too small. It's just all right. That shot is insane.
Yeah, that was the first shot I seen this, and I'm like, yep, that hits. Like,
damn.
Can't beat it.
All right, guys, so that's what we got for you guys on this video of taking a look at some of the wildest trucks on the gram. If you guys know anyone on the gram that has a crazy truck that we didn't mention, definitely send it our way. Maybe we'll review it in the next one. Shout out to all those guys. Beautiful trucks and really well built. So once again, if you guys need wheels, tires, suspension, CustomOffsets.com. We'll see you guys in the next one.